a character witness to talk to me about his credibility. Did you know about any trouble that James was making?
Yes.
What do you know about that?
He was just basically not being a part of the team. He was always complaining. He was always saying that there was, that he was not getting paid when everybody else was having no problem.
Let me ask you this question. In the over years that you've known him, have you ever known him to be a liar?
Yes. Yes.
What have you known him to lie about?
Well, personal things. I've caught him doing things before.
What about outside of your relationship?
Outside, well, I just know by experience of knowing him, he likes to tell people what they want to hear. He always makes it sound like he's a victim of everything.
Are you familiar with his signature?
I've seen him sign things.
If I show you, let me have those checks. I'm going to mark these as Court's Exhibit 1, composite. And I'm going to show you, well, actually, will you show the witness, please? What's been marked as Court's Exhibit 1.
Okay.
And ask you to take a look at those items. First of all, have you ever seen either of those items before?
I have not.
All right, I asked you to take a look at the signatures.
That's it.
Okay, on both items. You're certain that's the signature?
That's the signature.
I don't really have any other questions for her. She's your witness. The law says because you're calling her as a witness, you have an opportunity to ask her questions. Do you have any questions?
Not really. She said enough.
Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you can step down. Let me hear from this next witness.
Sure.
Okay, who's this next witness?
It's Todd Rainey,
Todd Rainey.
who played the Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney's here. Todd Rainey, please.
The court calls Todd Rainey.
Come forward and be sworn, please. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You can have a seat here. Okay, do you know George here?
Yes, I do.
Now, prior to the defendant taking over the show, have there been difficulties between you and the plaintiff?
Yes, it was growing. It was just his demeanor, his being very abrasive with the rest of it's not just myself, but with the rest of the players in the show.
Okay, did you ever have any problems with this defendant not paying you?
Not at all.
Did there come a point in time when you all agreed to take less money than you had been getting?
Absolutely.
To your knowledge, does this defendant owe this plaintiff any money?
Not at all. As a matter of fact, he paid him more than what was due to him.
What do you mean he paid him more?
Well, he was, he gave him, we only had like 4 or 5 shows 1 week, I believe, something like that. But he paid him in excess of an agreement of like $1,500.
When Judge Karen continues.
I brought this video off for
Is it of his bad performance or good performance?
bad performance.
Oh.
It was the day that I had to fire. I performed the show, and I broke character and said, I'm going to dedicate the next 2 songs to my father who passed away.
If you're looking for sympathy, you need to look in the dictionary.
No,
You're not
that's
going to
fine.
find it here. You've been having an affair with a 16-year-old girl, and you're a grown man. You guys have really taken this Beatles thing too far. Let me see the video.
Had she not had me assaulted by her son.
Next, Judge Karen.
You ready for me?
Yes, Your Honor. Take a wild ride with Judge Karen.
I don't like that.
Driving court her way every day.
I don't need you to do my job. Stay in your lane. I know how to drive.
Only on Judge Karen. James Poe is suing his former band manager, Gary Ballard, for refusing to pay him for 5 of his performances in the Beatles tribute show Bad Forever. Todd Rainey, who portrays Paul McCartney in the band, is Gary's witness.
He's your witness. Any questions?
Yeah, Todd, how much of my own personal money would you say I put into the show to keep it going? Well, it was quite a bit. From what I hear, it's about $30,000.
And with Mr. Poe, the reason that we had to let him go was he was affecting the show. I mean, that was part of it.
You have to ask him a question,
Oh,
because you're telling him
okay,
that.
all right, well.
Hey, why did you have to let him go?
His performance was, it was very unprofessional. It was affecting art. You know,
How
we
was
were-
he performing unprofessionally?
Well, his, being a lead guitarist, that's got to be out there. I mean, it was just, he was missing guitar licks, he was missing chords, he was turning around on stage, he was, it was just very lackluster.
And Your Honor,
Yeah.
it wasn't just I that
Wait a
fired.
second.
Yeah.
Do you have any other questions for this witness?
Not really.
Do you have any questions in cross-examination of this witness?
Yes, I do. From November 14th till January 15th, did I get up on stage every single night with you and sing in the same microphone, me knowing that you had slept with her already?
I'm not sure of the date, but
Did I not for 2 months get up on stage every single night professionally and sing in the same microphone with you, laughing and being the Beatles on stage with you?
professionally, no. It affected your performance completely.
He's talking about
Excuse
one.
me, what affected his performance?
No, after we had an agreement.
You
I
said
mean, we-
it affected your performance. What was the it that affected the performance?
that we found out that we didn't indeed sleep together.
So the answer to this question was yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else? You can step down. And you can wait outside, please.
Your Honor?
Yes.
I brought some video also too, if you wanted to see
Okay.
it.
The video that you brought me, is it of his bad performance or good performance?
Bad performance.
Oh.
And it was the day that I had the fire. That
Okay.
was the day.
Okay.
Is
Let
it
me see the
relevant?
video. I can't put the audio because we didn't get authorization
Yeah.
from the Beatles Corporation or whoever we need it from, so I can only see it. So let me see it.
So you see him, he's the one kneeling down here while the rest of the group is performing.
I was having trouble.
Here he almost fell
What
over.
side?
After this show happened, the other 3 guys and myself all agreed that it was as if we couldn't go on anymore with him. In Las Vegas, you're as good as your last show, and
You have a video for me?
well, it's just with me performing normally on stage, but what he just said was that it was a unanimous decision from the guys. For 2 months, I got up on stage every single night
I
during
heard.
a performance and performed. The one time that I had to do that was in 1995 when my father died. I had a performance that night, and I was going to cancel it. My family said, no, go on stage. I performed the show, and in the middle of the show, I broke character and said, I'm going to dedicate the next 2 songs to my father who passed away. That's the first time that the audience found out about that.
If you're looking for sympathy, you need to look in the dictionary,
No,
because
no,
you're not
that's
going to
fine.
find it here.
But
You've been having an affair with a 16-year-old girl, and you're a grown man, okay? I do not feel sorry for you. You could find a grown woman to play with, but you decide that you want to play with children. I don't have any sympathy for you, okay? You guys have really taken this Beatles thing too far.
When we come back, Judge Karen will render her verdict. Promotional. Judge Karen is about to render her verdict.
I am looking at 2 checks that appear to me to be your signature.
Yeah.
I have uncontroverted testimony from your band member, even though he slept with your girl, that you got paid for your last performance more than they even got paid, which he said was about $1,500.
well, I'm sure I'm going to.
So I am accepting the defendant's representation that he paid you $2,300 in January after you performed. And so my judgment is for the defendant, and your case is dismissed. Good luck to you.
Judge Karen will continue in a moment.